Three, two, one. Hey everyone, welcome to Zeitgeist Zealots. I'm Forrest,
Major.
And I'm Tip.
and today we're talking about the first four episodes of The Boys because we've
Just the first
been
four.
away and they release these things
And
several at a time. So it's,
yes,
yeah, in
which is
rapid
okay.
succession.
That's what we're here for. You guys aren't here for the Easter eggs. You guys are here for the conversation. When I say let the podcast maxing continue, we just recorded an episode last night. That'll be out shortly. We're recording this one tonight. Last night was Invincible, wrapping up that season. And I hope you hit that like and subscribe button so you can wrap up The Boys with us. Season 5, episodes 1 through 4.
So the first episode, they're in the prison, and the guy with no wiener helps get them out.
Mole Man.
I think it's a good. No, the worm.
Oh, the worm.
Which he never does the worm, which is kind of disappointing. They should like start playing Usher
Do
or Pharrell and like have them dance to that.
do
Like,
worms
do,
eat
do,
dirt
do,
and poop them
do,
out?
do.
That's
I guess so.
That's gotta be
They
why it's
burrow.
called
Yes.
a worm.
When they eat, their poop is more like friable. It's like a crumblier texture. Like think about like the Earth could be like a pound cake, but when you eat it, it becomes like a, you know,
A bad analogy.
Well, apparently this worm was a script writer. So this worm was a script writer, but I wonder if he was like lamenting how it's really hard to write finales.
Oh yeah.
Because there's so many characters, you're never going to make the audience happy. Do you
Well,
think that was a metaphor for something major?
yes, I
Perhaps?
do. Also, it's not only just a metaphor for everything. I also think it's trying to save face. This is another boring writer's
Because they know the
trope.
finale's going to suck. Yeah.
Right. So if you just say it in the script, then it's okay. If you're like, hey, this is feels just like an action movie, and then you do like every action movie trope, you're like, the writer's like, no, this is smart writing.
Or scary, or like Scream, where like, if you just say what the scary movie trope is,
Yeah. It's like, oh,
you
don't have
can't you
sex
can't get mad
because
at
you'll
them.
get killed. Yeah.
So you can't get mad at us for using this trope because we said it in the script. So it's like you can't get mad for the finale sucking because we said it's impossible to write good finales in the
Yeah,
script.
it's like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's like we're writing. Oh, and like, dude, they are so tongue in cheek in episode 5. Let's just say there's a writer's room. They're playing poker,
Oh
and
really? Oh, does Worm come back?
it gets pretty meta. No, there's Seth Rogen. I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll watch.
I
We'll cover the episode
yeah,
next week.
I am looking forward to watching that.
It's a good episode.
That's gonna be good.
So they're escaping from prison.
Yep. And also we have another Butcher Homelander confrontation where Homelander could probably just kill Butcher in like 2 seconds and doesn't. It's almost like watching an episode of The
For
Flash.
some
where it just, like,
reason,
stops.
yeah.
Well,
He,
remember, Butcher.
No, it
Homelander
is.
is a man of fetishes,
Butcher's
and
a
I think
tough
he
son of a gun.
fetishizes like some kind of weird. There, because Butcher is also like somehow, with the kid. I don't know. There's some kind of weird thing going on.
Well,
Are you talking
apparently
about
this is an
Ryan?
episode of The Flash because the speedster gets captured by the non-speedster and killed. So it's like his powers only work when the plot needs them.
You talking about
to.
A Train or R.I.P. A Train?
Yeah, A Train got derailed.
Now, do you
So
see?
A-Train, yeah,
how
that was actually kind of tragic.
But do you
when
see how it's
A-Train got his,
poetry? It's poetry. It rhymes. He got off balance because he was avoiding running into somebody. And that's how
which
they
is
met
the
him in the
whole reason.
beginning. Is he ran into Huey's girlfriend and just splattered her. So I guess we're gonna call that a character arc. Because by the end of it,
That's
he
what's called-
no longer
yeah.
decides to splatter innocent civilians and run in his footpath. So yeah, and that's what causes him to get caught and killed.
Right, he becomes like a more moral character.
Yes, yeah.
He becomes
Not running-
He becomes A plus train.
A plus train.
Yeah, he goes from a V train to an AP.
Triple A train. You can invest in him safely. He's a very safe investment for heroism.
Dang it, Forrest. your financial advisory is much appreciated.
Yeah, go all A-Train futures. You'll make a killing.
What's that ticker?
Once you told me go all in pumpkins in April and sell in October, and I did just that one time, and yeah.
Now you live in a shoe box.
Yeah. Now I just eat
sticks of butter,
rubber cement.
sticks of butter.
I just eat
Pumpkin
sticks of
seeds.
butter and melted tires.
It's not the worst idea. I don't feel like that's the best profit because it's so obvious.
Well, I just ripped that off from The Simpsons. It's an old Simpsons joke.
I mean, what have you not?
So.
I mean, is anything that comes out of your mouth not an old Simpsons joke?
Forrest, you are Jerry Seinfeld and Homer. If they had a baby.
Now, see, that's what AI is for. I'd like create a character where Homer Simpson, Jerry Seinfeld, are mixing.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty accurate. Homer Seinfeld.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, look at Forrest. Have you seen a picture of him lately? It's Jerry Seinfeld.
Fat and yellow. I have
jaundice.
Jaundice. I'm all yellow and bald and fat.
If you look like
seen him lately, he looks like Homer Simpson.
If you look like Seinfeld, do you have Judas?
Jude? What?
Jaundice. It's
what?
It's jaundice, but you look like Jerry Seinfeld, so it's Judas.
Jundice.
Yeah, it's bad. It's better on paper. It's better on paper.
Anti-Semitism is just coming back into fashion.
Holy! Hold on! Stop! You can't make a pun without being called anti-Semitic now. You're part of the problem. If you can't make a pun about a very Jewish man named Jerry Seinfeld who's openly Jewish, then you're the one who's acting like it's a slur. You're the problem, sir. What are you talking about?
He's an open Jew.
You chill out with that terrible label.
I don't think he's as Jewish as Larry David. Larry David's like very, very like in your face with his Jewishness.
Larry David is
why? Because he's still working?
Oh wait,
I think that was someone else. His name escapes me.
That's somebody else. Excuse me.
Joffrey Epi? No, that's more like.
So A-Train dies.
Yeah.
Does anyone die in the next episode? I forgot what happened in episode 2 and 3. Honestly.
Well, I do have notes for episode 3.
Let's just skip episode 4.
Oh, you want to get to episode 4?
4?
Oh, or what I like to call the Last of Us episode.
Well, no, it's Walking Dead with mushrooms episode.
Yeah, The Walking Dead with mushrooms is just The Last of Us.
That's what they said in the episode. Yeah.
Exactly. Remember when I was talking about how the writers, they're like, the trope about if I just call it out in the script, then I can get away with doing it because I'm being meta or whatever.
Well, it is a fair statement to say that's Walking Dead with mushrooms. That's what Last of Us is.
That absolutely. But then they did the plot. Which I'm not even upset with. I thought they did a good job. The spores making everyone angry. I enjoyed that. You know, Huey sticking up, being an asshole. Everyone being an asshole except for Frenchie because he's done so many drugs.
Butcher's Huey's really mad that A-Train got killed by Homelander because he loves him now, even though he killed his girlfriend. Because if he didn't kill his girlfriend, he wouldn't have the hotter girlfriend that is Starlight.
Moving on up.
He loves A-Train.
That's true. That's exactly right.
I wonder what Huey feels like.
Analysis.
I wonder what Huey feels about Starlight changing her face with plastic surgery. He's like,
it's all
plastic surgery, or did she just?
It's not Botox. It's Votox. It's like
everything's it's Votox. Votox.
How do you feel about her meeting her dad, who was Tim Daly for some reason?
That was good. I enjoyed it. You know, there's like some little. You see this house supports Homelander or something like that. The little sign out front, and you're like, oh shit, he's done a complete 180.
So when does Starlight dye her hair blue?
That'd be too on the nose. Yeah, she doesn't need a nose. She doesn't need a septum piercing. Too funny. Yeah, she still looks a little trad wife for the analogy to really hit
aren't
home
a thing anymore. I don't.
She does.
No,
Remember
I've
in, like,
seen enough
season 2
TikToks. They're still a
Peacemaker?
thing. Septum piercings
Well,
are
remember in
still a
season 2 of
thing.
Peacemaker, who was the black sidekick lady who's gay, black,
Sister
body positive?
Sage.
Like when James Gunn was like, I'm just gonna check 30 boxes with this one character.
Wait,
She
which
had
show?
like a septum piercing, the Peacemaker, like his best friend,
Oh,
who like checks all the
Abadiah.
boxes.
Yeah,
Obadiah.
Abadiah. Yeah, yeah, that's her name.
Did she try to kill Iron Man too? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Obadiah had a
That's
septum piercing.
Obadiah. Yeah, she's Abadiah.
Obadiah had, yeah,
Abadiah with an A because
he had
it's
one,
feminine.
he had one too. He had one too in Iron Man. Remember, he was like trying to impress his teenage daughter. I don't know. So,
Aren't we all just trying
what
to
was
impress the
so
important
anyway,
women in our lives?
wasn't
Uh,
what's his
yeah,
face?
unless you don't have any women in your life, then you're just trying to
Obadiah
impress
Obadiah Stane's son was in Ironheart
somebody.
that nobody watched.
We watched it and we covered it. If you are curious, you can go back in our catalog. It's extensive. What is this? Episode 197, 198? So, I
We
mean,
suffered
198, yeah.
we
So,
suffered Ironheart for you people.
we suffered Why the
And
Last
Iron
Man for
Fist.
you. And Iron Fist. We got Iron Fisted, that's for sure.
I didn't suffer Why the Last Man for anybody. So
You enjoyed it yourself? I bet
that's
you. I
yeah,
bet you
no,
did.
I didn't watch that shit.
You were like, give me that post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
Yeah,
nudity.
I heard Forrest talk about it, and I was like, I'm going
Now,
to
what they
save my
need
life.
they need to ruin Transmetropolitan next.
No, no,
Who would you
Forrest.
cast?
Why would
Who
you
would you
say
cast?
that?
Who
You
would you
son of a basket
Who would you
case,
cast as Spider
literally.
Jerusalem?
I would cast for Spider Jerusalem. I would cast um, what's that British actor from or no, he
Daniel
might
Day
be.
Lewis.
Oh gosh, that would be intense. If Daniel Day Lewis was Spider Jerusalem, that
Who
might be the move.
who is this character? I'm
But
sorry. Are you saying Spider Jerusalem?
yeah, it's a character from a comic called Transmetropolitan. It's like the one comic they haven't ruined in
Okay.
Hollywood because they've
Oh,
done Preacher, which was mediocre at best. They did Wide Last Man, which was a train wreck. I mean, they're doing The Boys,
Wanted.
but yeah,
I'm,
nobody wanted that. But yeah, Transmetropolitan's basically like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas meets Futurama. So you have like Hunter
Yeah,
S.
something like that.
Thompson. You have Hunter S. Thompson basically in the future. But yeah, anyway, back to The Boys. So A Train's dead.
back to
Then
the
episode 2 and 3
boys.
happened, and then
No,
we're
no.
back, and then we're back to The Last of Us. The boys are back in conversation.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
one of my favorite parts is like they basically it's a race to get V1. They're going to Fort Harmony, Fort something. And that's
V1
where,
to save themselves.
That's
That's
where-
the thing. Like
that's
that's
where the
what gets me
original-
about this whole thing is that they're just about saving themselves at this point.
Are you talking about the boys?
Yeah.
Well,
what
some of
a
them are.
great scene. It was so great to see Butcher like taunting Homelander in that uranium
Yes.
stage. That was like must have been like Christmas for him.
Uranium cage. What are you talking about? I'm glad you asked. So, because this is the original testing ground for V1, that's why. All right, let's give a little backstory here. What are we doing this episode? We're looking for V1. It's a race between the boys and Homelander / Soldier Boy. So, the boys versus Vought. Homelander figures out that if he gets V1, he can be immune from this soup-killing virus. And he gets some kind of hallucination where he gets a prophecy that he is God, and he starts this delusion, which I think is a lot of fun. And I wish he did this in episode 1 so we could play with it the whole season. Because this feels like it's going to be very rushed in the second half of the season. Like, they're going to start their own religion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's already walking around talking like he's a god, but they don't even have the V1 yet. So, and I understand that, like, you're trying to drag that out, because if he has the V1, then, it's game over. And if he doesn't have the V1, then the season's over. So I understand that. but like it does feel pretty rushed. As we move forward, pretty rushed.
Pretty.
Speaking of Larry
Indeed.
David,
That was
Yeah.
good. Of
so it's a
I
race.
like
The boys go to the fort, and then currently, like shortly after, Homelander and Soldier Boy go, and you're like, well, they can just fly straight to the fort, but they don't. And the reason they give, it's plot convenience. It's so they don't fight right away. But the in story plot convenience is that Soldier Boy just gets a little gayed out. He gets a little homophobic. He's like, "Hey man, I told you I'm not gonna let you see you carry me anymore while you're flying." And it's just like a throwaway line, but it just makes me laugh because it's like, that good old 1950s homophobia when way back when they froze him or whatever.
Don't forget his old 1950s racism when he was talking to Sister Sage. It's like,
Yeah.
last time a black woman bossed me around was like when it was like
and he
a sex
liked it.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. And there was like something going up his butt because something's always going up someone's butt
It's so
in
crazy.
this TV show. It is
Yeah.
absolutely
It's
wild.
common.
Well,
There's
we
lots
forgot to
of
talk
anal.
about Teenage Kicks, where basically there was like a
Oh, they test. That's what they
there was
did in
rock
episode
hard.
2. They tested the fucking suit virus out on the Teenage Kicks, and there's that fat stone guy who
Rock Hard.
who jizzed out lava. Yeah, that's the whole episode. It was a bottle episode. The virus works, but it doesn't. We found out it doesn't kill Soldier Boy because he's a V1 soup.
Almost killed him.
That's the whole season.
Kinda
That's the whole episode. I'm glad we covered that. I'm glad we circled
even
back.
With Rock Hard, yeah. With all the TikTok references.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we spent a lot of time on that.
The most memorable of all of the. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. So back to episode
Yeah.
4. There are spores all over this fort where they're looking for the V1, and like you quickly, like I watching it, I was like, man, they are acting unusually dickish. Like Huey has grown some balls, but not this much balls. Like I feel like there's some kind of like negative energy going around, and then later on they're like, oh, there's spores in the air. And you're like, oh, it's definitely
Frenchie was immune to it because he had done so many drugs.
Do the drugs, kids. That reminds me of the
Which
beginning.
made me laugh so hard, dude.
Do you remember the beginning of, well, not the beginning, but like a couple months after the beginning of the pandemic when like the first science report came out, and it's like, smokers, the tar in smokers' lungs might actually save them from COVID. Because it can't infiltrate because all the tar in their lungs, so the virus can't.
That is hysterical.
Yeah, it made me laugh so hard.
Well, you ain't gonna die of COVID, but emphysema is coming.
Well, death's coming.
I actually think I remember what happened in episode 3. Weren't they like in the bunker with Stan Edgar, and then he gets Edgar napped at the end?
Yes.
And also, Translucent's son.
Doesn't he turns on them? Yeah, he finds out.
Yes,
that the
I
boys
also
were
like
lying.
that. Like, he also saved Huey because the girl with who can blow people up with her mind tries to blow up Huey, but
Dead.
The Translucent Junior is in front of him, so he gets blown up instead. So that was good way to
good writing. Did you
keep
like
on the
that?
edge of your seat.
Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they killed her off.
That was
which
pretty
is
funny.
good,
How is
'cause
Huey
she's so
still
OP.
alive is the greatest question of this entire series. How is Huey still alive?
I wish he had superpowers. I think it would be more fun. Not the transporting, getting naked.
He has made it further than any mortal ever could.
He's
That's
playing,
true
he's
because
playing the cabin
Butcher-
in the woods very well.
Kimiko's not immortal, and then what's his fuck?
Well, she's not immortal, but she definitely can grow back from almost nothing. You cut her in
Yeah,
half. She can grow back
they're
pretty
like
well.
no stake in her character at
Hey,
all.
can we talk about Kimiko for a second? What is up with her voice? Is that ADR? Is that her actual voice? Like
It's
her voice does
it's
not
super
match her
dubbed.
face.
It sounds
Dubbed. It
mega
sounds
dubbed.
dubbed. It sounds mega
Yeah,
dubbed.
it sounds
Yes.
like
Like
it
when she
sounds like
first
shitty late '90s dubbing.
and like I don't know if that's like you remember how like no one knew
Maybe
what
like
Baby
shitty
Yoda's
late
name
90s.
was for the first season, and then halfway through season 2, we found out it was Grogu, and everyone was like, "Ew, Grogu, that's a terrible name," because everyone just like had already like called it Baby Yoda or came up with its own name, so like they already had like this headcanon, and so like Kimiko doesn't talk for like 4 seasons, so you have like this headcanon of like what you imagine she would sound like if she does talk. And then she opens her mouth and she
like
sounds like a Valley girl.
Yeah.
Or like, what?
Well,
Wait,
well,
this is what she sounds like?
all of us thought she would be super Asian sounding.
Well, I mean, she did get picked up by
Right.
like the Chinese Red Claw or whatever as a kid.
Like we
and turned
all
into a
thought that she was
terrorist.
going to sound like
Konnichiwa. Yeah.
I know it was too. I didn't really believe what I was hearing. So
Yeah, very sus.
yeah, what do you think is yeah, this was like this. The first 3 episodes were like okay. The fourth one just seemed like filler. The whole point of the episode was like to find B1, this facility, and they didn't find it.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, they're definitely dragging this out.
We do have to bring up the Quinn, who was like the guy stuck in the wall.
Yeah, that's
Who is the
more.
reason why everyone
yes,
hates each other.
The Spores guy. Yes. And then Soldier Boy does a chest jizz all over him, kills him.
And yet, every time he does that, he takes out an entire building. And yet, in this case, Frenchie's like 5 feet away, and he's totally fine.
He's totally fine. Yeah. Good old plot armor. Also, the drugs. His sinuses saved him yet again.
Yeah.
That's true. Like they didn't really do a good
sensation.
job as this was not a really great anti-drug episode.
When is
To
the
be fair,
voice
he'll
ever
probably
anti-drug?
have
And he's clean
he'll
now.
probably have like some sort of neurodegenerative disease when he's like 42.
And
but
I'm
at
sure
least
there'll
he
be a
was okay.
spin-off. I'm sure there'll be a spin-off to cover it.
I've
Well,
done a
that's
lot
what
more
this-
drugs since watching this.
Then Frenchie. Then
Wow.
Soldier
they're doing the
Boy,
prequel series.
Soldier Boy has a
Not
rider.
Rising.
you remember this? Soldier Boy has a rider in his contract for the green room. Just have a big bowl of cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I think he
I
mentions
followed suit.
I think he mentions later on
a good
that
idea.
Stan Edgar used to be the bag boy. He used to go and get the drugs for Soldier Boy, and he worked his way up, and then he ran Vought. So shout out to Stan.
Well, put $5,000 up front, and you're good. You have a pile.
just a bowl of coke.
Huh?
Yeah, and a headline news story the next day. I'm very disappointed.
Add a little bit of baking soda and
don't,
water.
Don't do drugs, kids. And fentanyl because it's 2026.
And if you do cocaine.
So no, don't do cocaine. Anyway, back
Pure,
to
the most pure.
in episode 5, they have a speedster run all the way to a different country just to grab Soldier Boy, the purest cocaine on the market. It's like classic, The Boys.
That is classic The Boys.
So let's see. We get some kind of wanker write-off BS excuse for why Homelander's still alive. Like he's definitely getting his ass handed to him, being radiated by uranium. But we can't kill off Homelander yet, and he can't die here in this base. So at the end of the episode, we're just going to give him enough strength to finally break through the door, which doesn't make any sense. Because like, what about all the other superheroes before him? Like, and he would have been stronger at the beginning of the radiation than several hours into the radiation. So why couldn't he break down the door then? I know, just suspension of disbelief. I get it, but I just want to call that out.
It's too much. Yeah.
I mean, you just can't kill him. Yeah,
plot armor.
they wrote himself into a corner. They should just do better writing, and then like that would be a problem. But like, so then Homelander meets up with Soldier Boy and decides not to kill him because he can't kill his father. Bless you. God bless you, bro. 3 in a row. Someone's pregnant.
Woo! I
That's
am pregnant.
a good old wives' tale. But I think that's pretty much the whole episode. Anything else you guys want to mention before we wrap up?
Not pregnant anymore.
Nope. We
Not pregnant
we
anymore.
missed. Yeah, I think we covered everything, at least the big parts. Well, we got to talk about the. I think the. Let's just say the elephant in the room, Quinn. He says after Soldier Boy kills him, he's very upset about it. He's like, "I'm sorry." So I think we're going to see that backstory in Vought Rising, the prequel that's already been greenlit.
A little sprinkling, a little Disney Plus action going on, sowing the seeds for a spinoff. I hope so. That would be fun. That'd be good. At least there's some forethought and some writing and some collaboration going on.
The Boys spinoff is a good thing. That's a positive thing for humanity.
It's a positive thing for the podcast. More for us to cover. That's why you gotta make sure to subscribe. And while you're hitting that subscribe,
exactly, and
why not?
We are considered humanity. So yeah.
Speak for yourself. Look at this robot. That might have been the dumbest thing I've ever done in this podcast, or not. You'll just have to subscribe to find out.
It's good.
Have to watch the back catalog.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a great rest of the season. I hope.
I hope so too. All right, well, let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Wherever you are, make sure to comment. It helps out the algorithm a lot. Liking and subscribing. Let us know what you want us to cover next after we're done with The Boys. I know it's a long way till Black Snake with Harry Potter, but we're here for you the whole time. Hopefully you're watching us on YouTube. If not, make sure to check us out there. We're also on Instagram and the platform formerly known as Twitter at ZZealots Podcast. Check us out there. We're also blacklisted on TikTok. You can find us there at ZZealots Podcast if you want to spend half an hour searching. That's a lot of fun.
Why not?
That.
Well, thanks for
Getting
listening.
blacklisted is such an honor.